Hey, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5, right in the middle of your dial. This is Chat with Trin, and it is Monday Fun Day, you guys. We are going to be lacing your airways between 4 and 6 every Monday. But I am not here alone at Trinii Studios. Shout out to Trinii Studios. Hey. It's so lit in here. I am. But I am not here alone. I have my amazing host. I do have a guest here. I was about to introduce him, but I had to introduce my guest first. You guys are important as well. So Miss Millie.
Hello, Trin.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
So,
first of all, I love your hair. I love your hair.
She's swagging
Thank
today.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, but you still haven't told us how you are.
I'm good. I like your hair.
You like?
What is this, Woman Empowerment Day?
I mean, what can I
to compliment
say?
each other today. She has a new hairstyle today, so you have to compliment
I like
lady
that.
when
Positivity.
she has a new hairstyle.
Yeah.
Positivity amongst the women.
Thank you. And you notice there are like 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the room. 2 of them which see me pretty often, and 1 that stalks my page. So like I'm pretty sure like you guys would notice my new look, but that's okay.
Listen.
But I'm good. So Kool, how are you?
I'm doing great, and just I noticed your new look, but me and Manny is cool. I ain't complimenting on nothing you got going on. That's G status, you know what I'm saying? I ain't commenting on nothing. You hear that, Manny?
Okay.
You see how I'm rocking?
Yeah, I see that. I see it. Okay, I can respect it. He said put some respect on my name.
But my name is Kool Dre from around the way, and you guys can follow me on KOOL_DRE_HBK or my website www.cooldresway.com. Get familiar and stay familiar, man. But Trinii, I'm sure that we're gonna pass the mic over to one of the most amazing DJs up in the Philly area. Go ahead and introduce yourself, big dog.
Yes. It's Nouveauriche. You can find me at NOUVEAURICHMUSIK, all my socials. Feel good to be here, y'all.
Yeah.
Back in the building with the whole team.
Yes,
nice to see
sir.
you all today.
Of course.
Oh, everyone's just so nice to see you guys. I'm like, yo, what's up? Yo, yeah, say nah. But I will tell you guys, our guest. Okay, wait. Before I move forward. So, there are different types of people that we decide to bring on our show, that talk about, music and, their aspirations and the things that have affected their life and have changed them and made them better. Some things were very damaging to their life and they had to overcome certain things in their life. But this individual right here that we have is another person that I have known for quite some time. So our amazing guest, straight out of the streets of Philadelphia, not only did more than dibble and dabble in music as an instrumentalist on the drums, but this individual has taken the opportunity to dive into sports and to build a platform for listeners and people that are uneducated and curious or just basically want to flaunt the things that they know about sports on his sports podcast. Now, I don't know specifically what everyone else calls him. I'm not gonna call him by his government because his stage name is so dope. AB the drummer. AB the drummer. Before we give you your claps and your flowers. This is something I just learned about earlier. Your flowers. Giving your flowers. I just want to tell you that.
Did you just learn about that today?
You're a hater. Not today. Not today. Listen. Not today.
Let's get back to AB.
Okay, not today. But I will say, making a change from music into sports, even though that it is still entertainment, I feel that is such a huge transition. And I just want to say that I respect that. I admire it. And even though that I do not know much about sports, I see the drive and I see this look that you have in your eyes when you're interviewing, when you're talking about it. And even the level of education that you have. When I read your articles that you wrote, oh my goodness, like the words that you use, the way that you speak, I can respect it and I enjoy it. And I just want to say thank you. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
Welcome,
yes, sir. Appreciate it. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Happy to be here, as always. Like you said, man, it's your neighborhood sports guy, AB. I'm glad to be here, and I'm I'm ready to get it started, man. For real, man. What's going on? Y'all tell me what's going on.
Man, listen, I'm going to get straight into it, man. I'm not from Philly at all.
Yes,
you
sir.
Know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
One thing that I've noticed about Philly fans, period, is they real tough on their players, man.
Of course.
They real tough on them. Let's, you know the topic at hand. Your man Ben Simmons. What's really going on? I'm not going to lie. I've seen some video clips of him in the summer league.
Yep.
Putting up 3-pointers like it's nothing. Like that's what he do. Like he Rip Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? So what's really going on here?
Man, where do I start with Ben Simmons? Like, for you starting there right there, you trying to get this interview going crazy.
He lit it up quick.
Ben Simmons, his name is just a trigger for me from the rip. So I could go all day. But with Ben Simmons, man, I've never seen someone so soft, weak-minded when it comes to doing literally the essential thing that basketball is to do. Take the ball, put the ball in the rim. This man literally refuses to do it. We don't even know if he's bad at it. That's the bad part. We don't even know if he's bad at it because he doesn't even want to. Exactly. He doesn't even want to do it. And then to sit there 5 years and still be the same player as he's been being here, and then essentially to blame us. We the problem.
With them blaming the city of Philadelphia, one of the things that I came across in researching this topic, actually research like literature wise, I have my own ideas and my own thoughts, but reading like literature that's actual fact. He said that Philadelphia isn't a safe city to be playing in. Have you heard that same thing?
I haven't heard it personally, but if that is something that he truly said, because especially throughout this whole offseason, there's been a lot of different things they've been saying from each camp that's going on. But to say it's safe as in what and how? That's my question.
From the article that I read and the write-up that I read, it was just that it wasn't a safe place just to live, to be in, and his mental state seemed to be under duress while living in the city.
And that goes back to that's all that is nonsense. Let me tell you that. First of all, what city is going to be just literally just sprinkles every day always? So that's not even the point. To me, what that sounds like is a cop out. He's afraid of the pressure and the expectations that we put on our players. If you take someone like Allen Iverson, who played here for as long as he did, this city. That's a god.
They ride for
him. It's a god. He's not even from
up.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, they ride for him.
You would think he was, though.
You would think so, right?
Philly.
You would think so. But he is a god here. But the reason why he's able to be a god here like that is what he did on that court each and every night. Not have been the best shooter, not been the best passer, defender, but this thing that's beating your chest
every night.
Ben Simmons doesn't have that, and that's the main problem that comes with the fans when it comes to him. So all that's just him swerving what needs to be talked about, and that's him.
But see, even with that point, like I feel like Ben Simmons, in that sense, ain't gonna find success nowhere. Because in sports, you gotta have heart, you gotta have courage, you gotta lay it out on all on the line every night. And Ben Simmons, to me, don't have that in him at all.
See,
when the pressure get going, he gonna back off. I mean, my man's not ready for it.
Yes.
So one thing as an athlete, you know what I'm saying? I hear you, he may not find success, but what if he's just not motivated? You know what I'm saying? What if he goes somewhere that does motivate him? Maybe he needs that. Some players you gotta really kind of light a fire under them. There's some of them you gotta kind of coddle. What if he needs some supreme coddling, and that supreme coddling could bring out a beast in him? Do you think Ben Simmons could hurt Philadelphia if he goes somewhere else? And you guys got to see him during the regular season because he does have defensive.
He's a talent. He's a talent, no doubt.
I hear you. One thing
I think Philly beat him up already. He done.
They did
beat him up already.
They did, but that's to his own problem. For you to say he's going to change, the reason why I say that's a no for me, because you say he needs someone to coddle him and basically nurture him.
He may. I'm not saying what he
He's literally been coddled since he was a kid. Okay. Ben Simmons had a documentary about his life going to college.
He was what? Like
he didn't even get to the NBA yet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Derrick Rose been in the NBA.
No, he was one of them chosen one dudes. He was one of them. He was chosen one.
He was the god of Australia. So he's never been. He's never failed in life.
Wow.
That's why something like when he goes to college, he in LSU. Everyone's playing. He played well, but his team didn't make the tournament. So when you don't make the tournament, you still have an opportunity to get to the NIT and play. He told his school, no, he doesn't want to play it because it's beneath him, essentially like that. So.
Gotcha. So listen up, man. We're going to definitely get right back into this. We're about to pay some bills. We are rocking with WJYN 98.5 Uptown Radio, Philly's very own. Let's get it, guys. See you in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Nouveau, spin something for us.
Yep.
Hey, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5, right in the middle of your dial, every Monday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I am your host, Trinii. I'm here with Kool, Dre.
It's your boy, Kool, Dre.
Miss Millie.
Hey, y'all.
And I got DJ Nouveauriche.
Yo, what up?
Don't forget our special guest, AB, on the drums.
Yes, sir.
But also, AB has his own podcast. Can you drop that and let everybody know where we can follow that?
Yeah, man. Just started a new podcast, primarily sports, but we make it a little funnier, more entertaining, and just more for the people, more about the entertainment side of things rather than the numbers. So definitely my podcast is called Open Gym Podcast.
Yeah.
It's on Instagram and YouTube at Open Gym Pod, all one word.
Hey.
First guest I had on there, first two guests. First guest was John Marks from WIP Sports Radio in Philadelphia.
Okay, name dropping. We see
the leading sports radio station in the city. And then my second interview was with Grammy nominated and BMI award winner gospel artist Jermaine Dolly. So yeah, man.
Shout out to that.
Yes, sir. So yeah, it was it's pretty good, man. Y'all make sure y'all check those out. And then also, my post game, pregame live at my page, only one AB __. So yeah, just follow me, see what we get into, man.
I got a question for you. Do you keep it funny and simple for like the females that listen and don't really know all the names and all of the extra positions and stuff going on? Like, keep it simple.
I got you. Yeah, no, it's definitely for everybody. It's definitely different. It's not going to be uptight. Like you said, I watched those shows, the First Takes and the Undisputeds and stuff like that with Skip and all them. But yeah, this is more about entertainment. You want to actually learn. It's actually going to have a woman sit there and be like, hey, I like football. So those Sundays, you understand what main man doing. And you can actually be with him and watch it.
Kool over here hating. What if I want to watch the sport? Like, what's your team, Kool? What's your team, Kool?
Chicken that needs to be clean.
What is your team? What is your team,
I don't want to do it.
He said, not this week. Not this week. We
out.
ain't talking.
What if I want to learn about
We
your
ain't
team?
talking this
Hey,
week.
I don't smell no grease popping. You know what I'm saying? I don't smell no.
It's Sunday night.
Right, it's Sunday. Hey, why it smelling like Febreze in here? What's going on?
But so what? We can still come in and cook snacks and cook you guys stuff to eat
Away
and
from
watch
me.
Don't be asking me what the score is.
You can Google it on your phone. Get out of here.
What's that team?
That's cool because we know.
Hey.
It's all right. We know when your team lost because y'all come back extra mad.
And listen. I'm definitely extra mad this week. My team, the Dallas Cowboys.
That explains your mood for today.
Yeah.
That explains your pumping mood for today.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't feel too bad for us, man, because we just mollywopped them got doggone Eagles not too long ago.
That's to be expected, though. We ain't none y'all spoiled. Y'all on the way to the Super Bowl. I just heard that last week.
Yeah, you're right. We still on the way to the Super Bowl. Listen, we still on the way. This just was
He said the track ain't changed yet.
It ain't changed. It's just a minor setback for major comeback.
There you go.
It's always a comeback. It ain't gonna be down there.
But listen, there was something that you said earlier, man, about First Take and Skip and all their shows, man. Just to be transparent, we know that some of those shows are scripted and certain people have to take a stance and they're not able to really speak as freely as they would like to.
Right.
On your show, do you like and enjoy kind of that freedom of being able to say whatever you want to and not having someone kind of make you take a stance? How does that freedom kind of feel?
And you literally hit the nail on the head. That's what it's about. That's what when I say it's entertainment and I say it's for everybody. Yeah, we're going to be talking sports, but we're not afraid to touch those touching points that's been going on.
Real topic.
Like with the Black Lives Matter thing that was going on and the race and the everything that's going on with the presidency and everything, like it's we hit all that. Like we're not afraid of it. We don't want to get too deep to take away from what the essence of the show is. But as far as of importance, if it's important to me, it's going to be out there.
And I'm sure with all of the things that you do, you keep your ears to the streets and hear how people are taking things, and to be able to kind of represent that the way that you like to in your show, I think is dope. Something as far as artistry as well, man. An artist may be somebody that you really, really rock with and like him, and then he may sign. And his music ain't the same. His content ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of makes it different. Out. Yeah.
Man, you'd be surprised what guys will do when they start seeing money. And
when that check comes, you know it's hard to say no to something.
Like, you know, it is hard. Zeros, it changes your thoughts at times.
Especially whenever you know what I'm saying, you the head person in your house. And all as us right now, all three black males, you know what I'm saying? Right. Having a responsibility and having people eyes on you.
Yeah, you ready to get the come up quick, man. Like I'm trying to figure everybody's situation out.
What was that commercial? It's my money and I need it now. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So I mean, but with that freedom and without that big sponsorship, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think that the worth of having that freedom gets underestimated.
That's I say I'm big on that, man. Like I have a lot of different opinions and views on things, and it might root through sports, but at the same time, like these things matter to me, and there are other things out in this world that matters more than just a game itself. So I'm not gonna, if I have a platform that's big enough, it will be big enough that when I speak, that people hear essentially like that. So man, that's what this is all about. It's gonna be a journey. Like, and I'm glad I took this moment to actually step out and actually do this thing, because I really want to put me out there essentially like that, and how I feel when I see out in the streets.
Right. And go ahead and drop your socials one more time for the people that are just tuning in, so that they can make sure that they can either catch up, or if th're already following, you know what I'm saying, just know where you're at. Put us up on those socials.
Yeah, again. So you can follow me on Instagram, obviously, at only1ab __. Again, only1ab __. Also, my podcast page at Open Gym Pod. Again, as Open Gym Pod. Also on Twitter, I do a lot of my work on there as well when it comes to sports, because I do sports writing as well. So you can follow me over there at only1 _ AB.
Might catch a lot of Cowboys fans up there now.
Yeah.
They about to have Kool back up on there on you. They gonna jump up on you.
Listen. The boys. We back in town. Hold off for a second.
Stand down right now.
Trust me. You know what they do? They get you up there, and then at the end,
But now, so seriously, on a note, man, Jalen Hurts, bro, is he the guy or is he not the guy? Is he the guy or is he not the guy?
Listen, I'm still rocking with him, man. I'm still rocking with him. He showed me some things. I'm like,
he showed you some glimpses, bro.
You got to give him a chance. You know what I mean? You can't expect the Super Bowl winning quarterback. That happened. That's rare. Mahomes come around once in a blue moon. You know what I mean?
And even with Mahomes, he still
see how he rocking out right now.
Look at him this year. He looking crazy.
So I mean, when it comes to Hurts, to me, I'm not going to discredit that around him is new as well. New head coach, new quarterback coach. Literally, the whole coaching staff is 25 and under.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. It's that crazy.
Babies.
Yeah. Only
bro, you should still be playing. Like, what is going on?
The oldest staff member we got there, but he's been there for the longest, the offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland, who's like 70. So, like, you know what I mean?
One of them there.
OG.
But
he played when they had one bar in the leather helmet. That's how I do.
No pad.
A big shirt.
No, but they with him, I understand that's behind him, but sometimes just watching him, I want him to do well, especially being a young black man. I'm always for the black quarterback. Always. I don't care. Always.
My man can throw 5 picks. We still rocking.
But you wait.
My man gonna bounce back next week.
He can run for 5. Listen, he might throw 5 picks, but he'll run for 6.
Right.
He gonna run for 6.
Right.
But man, I'm always rooting for that. But he just doesn't do the things a quarterback needs to do consistently, the easy throws. Just like this past weekend, I ain't gonna dive into it too much, but it was just the game was winnable where if he just made a couple more throws, we good. We right in there. That's a win. But Does he have?
But do you think a little bit of that fall on the head coach too? Just to make it a little easier on him.
They have this week.
They have
been running the ball.
They have, but I just feel like they got the ability to do it now. You know, Sanders wasn't really getting it done. He hurt, so now they got a couple guys back there who getting it done. But I just feel like Sirianni and the squad, they not making the job easy enough. It hurts to. Listen, he struggled with the deep ball right now. You know what I mean? Listen, let's just get the ball out of his hands. Get it out of his hands.
And he's essentially still a rookie.
Please don't say that. I'm about to use my other trigger words.
But you making that type of money, let's be honest. You never really a rookie.
And that's not an excuse anymore in today's. I mean, look at around the league, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? You got young cats, Kyler Murray. You got young cats out here like. That's balling. Year 1, year 2.
So that's something that definitely brings up a topic that I want to reach out on in a second. But guys, it's like there's a bar set for things, but in the game of football, and maybe even in, you know what I'm saying, some other areas, that bar constantly goes up and down based on your peers. If you come in with a draft class where everybody's running a 4, whatever position you got, everybody running a 4-4, you know what I'm saying, that 4-5 that you running at your position kind of don't mean nothing.
Ain't gonna mean nothing.
But you may run in a draft class where everybody in your position is running 4.8s and you running a 4, and it's different.
It's the same. How many times a 4.5 was fast?
Right.
now it's like you ain't running 4.3.
Linebackers are running 4.3s now. You got to think about that. Linemen run 4.5s now.
And it's literally like the more the faster you are, the more cheese you're gonna make. And speaking
What's a
of cheese,
4.3?
man. That's speed.
Look, I just wanted Kool to say something. I just wanted Kool to say something.
What is it? See, I don't smell nothing.
I just wanted Kool to
I don't smell nothing.
Did I hear you?
But yeah, yo, listen, this is WJYN 98.5 Uptown Radio. You're rocking with the Chatting with Trin and Friends. And we about to pay some more bills, man. We'll be right back at you in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, it's your girl Miss Millie, and you're now tuned back into Chat with Trin on WJYN 98.5 Uptown Radio. So we have now heard from Kool, AB, and Nouveau on our sports. Like, now I want to know, how did you get into the sports podcast? And you were in music. You were in music. You were a drummer.
Yes.
Hold on. Before we get into that, can I
Here
ask you a
come
question?
Kool. Here you go.
I got to ask him a question. I got to ask him a question because he's a drummer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you read music?
Yes, basic drum reading. Yes, I can do it. Like, if we get too complicated, I ain't gonna act like I'm like Mozart out
You're
there.
not Nick Cannon though in drummer.
Listen,
you could have got away with that.
That's a talent though as well though. To sit there and just see someone do something complicated and break that down enough that you can repeat it. That ain't easy.
That is definitely
I
a
would
talent.
think it's probably more easy to read it because it's actually telling you what to do. But to sit there and look at it and 10 minutes later you do the same thing.
Right.
So let me ask you this: was you nicer than Nick Cannon's character?
Come on, man.
He said that wasn't even Nick Cannon.
Exactly.
That's the silent.
That wasn't even Nick Cannon.
Listen, man.
You gave him the
I
word?
don't walk around like I'm like the best. Like, I'm a real humble dude. Like, I love music. I'm just more about the feel. If you dancing, if you moving, like, that's what I'm about. I'm like, how can I make them move today? What can I do to make them feel some type of way that they express themselves in movement? Like, that's me as a drummer. Like, you can chop all you want. You can do all the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I like to make you feel good, essentially. Like that.
I feel that. But if somebody step in front of you, you're gonna be on the drum.
I can play drums. Like,
Okay.
we out there.
But back to your podcast, man. What made you want to get into podcasts?
Podcast,
Especially sports podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, and then I know it's probably like weird, like he's a musician and all of a sudden he's a podcaster. Sports has been a part of my life forever, just as long. Probably came in before music, essentially, like that. Right. I was 5 years old with a ball, some type of ball in my hand, basketball, football, like playing. So, through middle school, high school, played some basketball. And basketball was just my thing. And as I got older and could really start understanding what sports was. And just the geek side of me, I like to dive into things. I like to,
analyze.
I really like, why didn't that work, or what was you doing wrong that made that happen? And then I like how sports actually tells what's inside a person, essentially their character. You see, like, you'll be with someone that you walk with every day, and I met so many different people playing sports. They just like smooth, chilling, relaxed.
Boy, games court, on.
It's like a different person. Like, bro, you the same boo you just split nachos with? Like, what's up? Like, it's crazy. Like, it really exposes other sides of people that you didn't think they had in them, and it's crazy. Like, just the different environment of people is crazy.
And not even, and sometimes it's not all positive either.
For sure.
I know in middle school, man, I remember this dude named Rodney, man. Rodney was the toughest, roughest. His brother would, used to get suspended, all this stuff. And nobody would mess with Rodney, man. Well, tryouts for football kids.
Yeah.
And some of these boys have been playing for a little minute. Rodney thought he would come and do his thing and got knocked out. And Rodney came back like the most humble person ever. One thing about sports is it'll give you that humble pie that you need to build character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because who knows who Rodney would have been like if he would have kept on thinking he was wrong.
It can definitely make a person, for sure. Yeah. Like, football is its own entity in itself. Like,
but what made you want to get into an area to want to talk about it, to want to put it out there?
Like I said, sports is a part of it. So, we talk, you have friends, you discuss sports, you have different opinions and stuff, and different reactions to games and things like that. And like, I'm not gonna brag, but a lot of times, I'm gonna brag. I win a lot of these debates and these conversations, like, to the point, like, some people be like, you know what, you right, and you right, yeah, like, so once I started seeing that effect, I really, and even in our discussions and conversations, it's never like serious though, like. We can't like talk about sports without bidding, without talking about each other. Like, it's just, or talk about whatever's going on. So I just thought of that, and it was like, what's out there that's doing that really bring that essence of sports? Like I said, a lot of shows is out there that's great. Like you said earlier, they're scripted. Yeah, they gotta be limited a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get clearance to even talk about racial issues that's going on in the
it's so world. Scripted, you got to get clearance for the show's verbiage before you can air it.
Exactly. So it's like stuff like that, and living in the day we in now with digital media and the internet, it's free. It's freedom out there. You really can speak, and if you believe it, and you're gonna have a circle of people or a community of people that's gonna rock out with you, essentially, like that. And I feel like it's a community of people that's not touched when it comes to sports. That is like, I can reach them and create something that it can be family oriented, or it is just like, if you don't know sports, if you do know sports, or if you just want to be a regular person and debate sports and not have to worry about numbers and stuff. If you
or watch an entire game.
Exactly. Like, if you want to sit and say someone's corny, you can say that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas these shows, they literally are capped off at how much criticism they can actually give a player.
In like, fear of defamation of character.
Exactly. It's so much legal stuff that goes on with that type of stuff. So with me, it's like, no, if he corny, he corny.
So,
say that.
So ladies and gentlemen, what he is, ladies, let me say ladies and gentlemen. If you want to drop on how to be in on certain conversations involving sports without having to put in the time, without having to play the game, without having to know X, Y, and Z, if you want a cheat code on how to surprise your man, watch my man AB's podcast. You'll learn a thing or two, man. You might come home and start talking about.
Don't pull up on me with no sports facts. Now I'm suspicious.
Right, you might check it. Who you been with? Who taught you that? Wait a minute.
Yeah, heck you was that.
What you mean by the first down?
Get up my dirt.
About the fourth
first and what?
Okay, so can you tell me a bit about your Open Gym podcast? Could you so let's take a walk. We're a guest on your podcast. We are a sports agent. Let's just say a sports agent comes on. So tell me how it is. I'm walking in what?
Well, you walking into something that's creative, easy to watch, understand, and just have a sense of or entertainment each week from sports. Because again, even is catered to them as well as far as people who are sports fanatics or whatever like that. Where, like I said, a place where they can just come and just have a good time talking sports.
Okay, so I want when I say take us for a walk, I want our listeners that are listening to close their eyes, and I want you to give us a visual walk of us being a guest and us watching your show. What is it that we see? Like, what's in your background? What's the importance of those things? You know. So
that's you speaking down there my alley, because literally that's what's been going forth right now. The stage is going to be beautiful. Like I said, we're going to have some chairs up there. Definitely going to have it's going to be.
So it's a stage. Do you guys sit on the stage?
Yeah, we're gonna be on there on the stage. It's going to be I didn't get it down packed either, white or black, just straight background.
Okay.
Definitely going to be memorabilia up there. It's going to be smooth, but it's also going to be cool, more hip.
It's gonna be, what'd you say?
What'd you say? Here you go.
Can you say it again?
COO.
It's gonna be cool. Okay, all right.
I just want to make sure. I thought I needed to run to my money people and see if we can pay something. Cool. Just check it.
It's gonna be real elegant. I'm thinking leather chairs, almost to the point where you can come in whichever way. You can come in suited, or you can come in and just, you know what I mean? But it's still going to be don't come in no pajamas. This is a professional.
He said, don't you
listen, you heard it. Do not come on his sports podcast wearing inappropriate attire. If you're going to go on, if you're going to go on, swag. Put some swag and put some swag on your name. That's what you're saying, right? Yeah. And that is Open Gym Pod. Don't forget, you guys, you can visit that Instagram and that YouTube. That's Open Gym Pod. Open Gym Pod, as well as his YouTube, which is his sports podcast. Don't forget to tune into WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5, right in the middle of your dial. You're listening to Chat with Trin. Don't forget, you can check us out at www.uptownradiophilly.org. And please donate, because we could not be here without your donations. We are a Black nonprofit organization. So if you guys don't donate and help us and support us, we can't keep getting y'all on air. So y'all can have a voice for your community. Yeah. Did you Nouveauriche play some music? Hey you guys, thanks so much for tuning into WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5. Listen to Chat with Trin and Friends. My friends are crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about sports. We talked about AB's podcast. You guys can follow that Open Gym Pod on Instagram and YouTube, you guys. He is also a drummer, also taking also booking for any band spots that you need for a drummer. Please contact us. Bro,
I thought she was about to mess you up on the air. I thought she said he's taking. I'm about to why you do that?
Okay, so I want to address. This is not elephant in the room, because it seems like you guys talked about it a little bit. You know, when I was letting you guys have your little guy time or whatever. But I will say, Cool Dre, please keep your mouth shut. All right.
God, no.
Now, this is a battle of the sexes. Everybody knows we are battling.
When your team loses, you get treated differently.
So, I need to know. Cool Dre, please quiet. I need to know from Nouveau, what can your partner, which is a woman, do during the time that you're watching sports?
Disappear
during the time.
Disappear. Really, you guys would really want her just to be not.
You
around.
Don't mean that.
No. Seriously, disappear. Disappear. Okay, cool. Really?
Listen. Just fold your hands.
Okay. So is this should this be the time that we're using for us?
I mean, essentially, that would probably be the best. The best.
To the wellness clinic.
You know what? Okay. All right. So okay. So can we? Okay. So can we address? So Millie, let's be creative. What are some of those times?
I'll tell you what I do.
Because
not do, because I don't got no man no more. So I don't do nothing. I don't even have to watch the sports. I don't have to watch them, because sometimes we suffer through them for y'all. Cool, cut it out. Cool, cut it out. So sometimes on days like that, I would be like, You got your chicken.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
Y'all got your little beers, and that's my me time. I'm out.
Cut it, rewind it.
No, wait a minute. No.
You just
That's
said
my
business.
me time. I'm leaving a kid. What you ordered? I'm out the door before you even know it because you're not paying attention. So I'm out. I'm at the nail salon. I'm getting my hair done. I'm just out with my girlfriends. We laughing at y'all. Who mad? Who man about to be mad for the night?
Okay,
That's me.
All right, so my question was,
Fourth quarter, I'm back home.
Make sure you back
all
in
right,
fourth
so
quarter. I gotta start smelling
this
something.
is my question. Is there, I forgot. Okay, no. Millie, is there something that we can make equivalent for our men? You know, like they want their time to do okay, now what is that?
Book club.
Yes. No, book club. You know what? As much as I would love my book club, but that's my me time. But my me time is when I go get my hair done. Mm-hmm. When I go get my nails done. This is all equivalent to your one football game.
For your one football game. Yes.
When I get my hair done, when I get my nail done.
Okay.
Pretty equivalent. Y'all be going for hours.
And when I need to go to
These are multiple
sometimes
days.
half of the times when I need to go to the market.
Listen, that game.
Sometimes,
is
you
only 4
know,
hours.
like
When I need to go to waxing the city?
stuff like that. That's
What is
all.
that? What is wet in the city?
Waxing the city.
Oh, waxing the city.
We need to get.
Listen.
What y'all
That's
building sculptures?
Okay, yeah, we do. But
So
we need
stuff
to
like that
Hey,
is our
listen.
equivalent time from when we don't want these fellas to bother us at all.
Okay,
like
so-
when he was, remember last week when we was talking about the hair salon and then fellas walking to the hair salon? Don't you dare. And stay out.
And I do want to address that because you guys shut me up last week. I wanted to tell you guys, said, why can't we walk in there? Blah, blah, blah.
Because that is our us time.
It happened
See,
again. I couldn't even get it out last time. No, you kept shutting me up the last time.
So why y'all want to be in the barbershop?
Exactly. That's where I was about to go with it. Because
If y'all want to talk
I
about
respect it.
barbershop
You don't
stuff,
want
we
me
can
to
talk
walk
about
into
barbershop stuff.
That nail salon or hair salon. That's cool with me. I got tired of all them women be gawking at me the whole time anyway.
Right.
You know? And then you get mad. I'm
Right.
trying here.
Because your homegirl heard about all the problems we was having that you told her, and now she trying.
All right, so now you guys know that during those times when we're getting our hair done, when we're getting our nails done, when we're waxing the city, when we're doing all those different things that are making us feel beautified, that is equivalent to you watching your sports. Okay?
I mean, listen.
I'm just letting you guys know in the future.
Whatever you
Y'all should
need
be very
to.
understanding.
Yeah, yes.
And that's where it's at right there. Like, so when
You're
it's
right.
football time.
Okay, can we address another thing? Why do women have to, prepare food for your friends if you guys are having your sports night? It's not like you guys like help us prepare for us getting all dolled up. It's like, hey, you're about to go out, Now I gotta say if you gave me a couple $100, like, hey, go get your hair done, you know what I'm saying? I'm come back home and I'm gonna make your chicken.
No, I mean, if you ain't doing that,
That's exactly how it should
I
go.
was drinking with all the wine that I paid for.
Nouveau, thank you, dog.
Leaning on my money.
Right,
that I
right.
would've worked for.
Listen, not even just the money, not even just the drink, bro. Like literally the lights that they sitting under. That's your.
Oh,
space.
here we go.
He
What
said
is
the
our
lights that you're
time? What is
sitting
our
under.
time?
Honestly, I would do it just so he won't need nothing from me. So he won't know when I slipped out the door.
Okay, well, let me ask you something,
Whoa.
AB. We said, that sound like a red flag, Millie. But that's not a red
Literally
flag.
or figuratively?
But
What you
listen,
talking about stepping out
No,
the door?
Okay. I want to ask you a question. We have talked about the whole talking thing. Women don't talk during, the segment of watching sports.
yeah.
Are there any other red flags that a woman has displayed to you about sports? Maybe, was it, I'm just going to throw this out there for an example. Did you speak about sports and she was just so disgusted with sports? And you're like, how would I ever? And you don't even like sports. So what are some red flags that had came about with women in sports?
I mean, I guess probably my biggest things, because when I
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, Trini, you hit something with this one.
I know it did.
When I watch sports, like I be in that
In the
joint,
zone.
like I literally don't know where my daughter at the moment.
No, you be in the zone.
I know my baby at all times.
I'm about to say take that back.
Don't get me wrong. I'll be in it.
Child protective
So I'll be
services.
literally paying attention to so many like nuances of the game that's like just not right there on the screen that you can watch it. So when someone, and it could be anybody, not even just women, but literally come up to me and ask me like who that team is or like what's the score or something like that. This is what I mean about I'm into the nuances. All those things you're asking is literally smack dab on the TV.
On
like
the
literally
screen.
the team name, what they look like, what color jerseys they got on,
We
the
don't-
score, the time, all that.
And listen,
we don't know.
if LeBron is leading the Cavalry to a victory late in the fourth
Please
quarter and it's
leave
close,
me.
that little small question would knock off the supreme focus and energy connection
I'm
that it's going
supposed
to
to be
take
given
Sometimes,
to the TV.
but we see y'all having that energy,
And we wanna be a part
and
of
I
it.
want to know what it's for. I want some of that energy.
I want some of that
come
energy.
in
Why are you
and
so
like
excited about
this?
sports?
But I don't know why.
Let me ask you this. You ever had a man and he was playing video games, you seen him get
And I hated
and
it.
he's standing up?
Yeah, and I'm
Yes.
standing next to him like, what
The
happened?
same moment we feel when in sports. We focused.
And it's not your time to try and understand it and ask me questions about it right then.
Ask me why you standing
But
up.
afterwards, when it's over and then the excitement is like, oh, then you calm down. Now you want to tell me now it's not even exciting no more.
exciting.
Like, I don't.
That's
It's like,
how
come
you-
on.
Oh
It's
my
not.
God. Listen, I want you to tell me what you have going on, and I want you to tell me when I want you to tell me. And if you don't tell me when I want you to tell me, I don't even care anymore.
Okay, for an
And that's
example.
supposed to make perfect sense.
For an example, okay,
Wait a
we're gonna
minute.
let bygones be
Who is on
bygones.
fire?
Right.
His team lost.
We're gonna let bygones be bygones with this, but I will tell you this, okay? We love the excitement. You know, we're so happy, and we want some of the happiness.
This what I'm gonna give some women a tip. Then.
There you go.
Okay,
Here you go.
there we go.
Not
That's
the
what I'm
whole
waiting
thing,
for.
just a tip.
A tip before DJ Nouveauriche brings back to the ones and twos on this music. Hey, Shalera,
Just look, cause I want to give away
Okay.
too much. Just a little one. So if you want to, interact with your man or significant other when sports is on, even though it might not be for the full time, if you just want a moment in that area,
Dun, dun, dun.
do it at the beginning.
Right.
Listen to me. You gotta understand
all
where
right.
the man mindset's going. The beginning of the game, what are they doing most of the time? Like after you finish those snacks and stuff, they talking, they laughing, they
Might even
eating.
answer the phone.
You know what I'm
But there's
saying?
no excitement going on.
Okay.
So that
last minute moments.
so at that moment you're
For the
cool with
departure.
everything because it's not really into the meat of the game. Once you see something that's a halftime, and then you see the number 3 at the bottom or the top of where it's at, just walk away.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Unless it's
I'm
involved-
moment. I'm talking about a half. I just gave you a whole. A half is about an hour worth of the game.
You know why? Because the second half is really going to determine, you know what I'm saying, how much money he may make or
Because
lose.
listen, sports betting is real. Let me tell you that.
Wait, do you play fantasy? Do you play fantasy?
Another level.
That's all you need to know. Everybody, you tune in to
Wait a
WJYN
minute,
Uptown
I play
Radio,
fantasy.
98.5, right in the middle of your dial. You listen to Chat with Trin and Friends. We got Kool Dre, DJ Nouveauriche, Miss Millie. We got AB in the
Yes,
building,
sir.
y'all. We here at Trinii Studios. You listening to WJYN Uptown Radio right here in the middle of your dial. Don't forget, www.uptownradiophilly.org. DJ Nouveauriche.
Spin them.
Let's go. All right, check it. 98.5. We back, y'all. We here with the homie Aaron. Aaron got his podcast. We was talking some sports and it's one hot topic that I think we wanna touch on real quick. Everybody was talking about this all week. You know we gotta give our opinions.
What is it?
So Kanye.
No, we had to touch
Kanye was hot this week, man. Kanye was on Drink Champs and he had a lot to
Gemini.
say.
Yes, so, you a Gemini yourself?
Oh, we
I was
got-
going to ask you your sign.
You a what? You a what?
Your sign.
You a what?
Kanye have this exact same birthday.
But you're a what? Wait, you're a what?
Same day?
That is
I'm a Gemini.
how he went from a jumper,
I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini.
That explains how he went from a drummer to the sports
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. I
He
mean,
woke
that
up and
plays a
said,
part.
"New thing."
New thing.
He said
Just
I'm
like
not just
that.
a drummer.
Just that. Just
This
like
is
that.
gonna-
It's so much more. So much more.
Okay, so what's this Drink Chance? Because you guys were texting me and I didn't look it
Oh, yo, what
up.
time did I text y'all? I texted y'all mad late.
It was okay because everybody was up and everybody already saw it.
I feel like it was early.
It was supposed to be 10, then it jumped to 11. I was like, all right.
He said it was supposed to be 10 and it
So
jumped to 11.
in this interview, man, there was a lot of stuff that was talked about. Ye don't do too many interviews. And this one right here, I think it was 2 hours and 26 minutes. And bro, I enjoyed every bit of it.
Really?
Every bit of it.
Wow.
2:00 in the morning.
Now,
watched
if
it
you
twice.
haven't
You watched
already,
it twice?
oh yeah, if you haven't already watched this interview, I highly
didn't
suggest
watch
that
it.
you watch it in its entirety. Several clips have been taken from it and aired, and just from a clip, you can get confused.
What?
You can really get confused on his placement. He's the type of person that kind of rants and gets off topic a little bit, but if you're able to follow.
Okay, overall, what is it about?
He comes right back to topic.
Well, just one
At
thing
some
that
point.
came out to me. He says that he owes Beanie Siegel a lot of
A
money.
lot of money.
We didn't know this, but apparently, Beanie Siegel came up with the name Ye.
Yeezy.
Yeezy. Yeah, not Ye, Yeezy.
I didn't know
So
that.
I seen in a later post that like Beanie came out and was like, "Yo, yeah," he said he's gonna give him $50 million.
He gave Beanie 50
And
million.
Wait, he gave...
And
And
Yeezy stopped.
5% of Yeezy stock. Yeah.
That's love.
That's what he said.
That's
Beanie
love.
Siegel?
He went on there.
Yeah.
He said,
The wire transfer hasn't gone through
He
yet.
said, I owe Beanie Siegel some money. I'm trying to get in contact
Yeah.
with Beans. I owe him some money.
Yeah.
And he didn't lie. He contacted Beans.
Which he legally don't, but he
Just off the strip.
But
On
you
the
know,
strip,
when you
he's
sit
saying
there and take part in something like that's Yeezy.
But that's something that's real. That's something real
That's
Philly
real rap.
for you to take somebody's name and
That
just
sounds
change it
Philly,
to something
too.
else like Yeezy. That's
where
something
Yeezy
real.
at?
That's so dope.
Right.
And kind of, y'all listen, man. Ye said that the reason why he gave him that name is because like Ye was kind of appeared to be like a nerdy guy, so he would give him nicknames and stuff like that to kind of make him seem like he fit into the area.
Wow.
So if he would have been, hey, that's my friend Kanye, you know what I'm saying? People might have pressed him, but you go, yo, that's Yeezy over there. Yo, he
Right.
good. He my
already
people.
mis-
You
mispronounced
know what I'm saying?
his
He's
name
kind of
back
straight. Yeah.
Kane
He
West?
touched
Kane.
He touched a lot of things. I think he just was dropping names. How many names did he drop?
It was like
How many
50
names did he
something.
drop? He dropped about.
Yeah.
Well, how many
Like
was it
50,
involved?
over
Like
50 for
50,
sure.
He dropped
Yeah.
so many
Wait,
names.
names about what?
But like,
Just
I
name
was sitting
dropping
at the
people.
table with
Jeff Bezos,
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
He's talking to this person. He playing this with this person.
Yeah, Lauren told me last night.
Yeah, you're not. You're
Okay, so
not the leader.
you know, I hear you guys, and this sounds great, but it sounds like a whole bunch of nothing. So like that's why I'm
But
asking
it's
you.
because
Wait,
then
you
listen.
watch it,
You
yeah.
gotta
what
listen.
is it?
Hard to just drop
He
it.
was okay.
Listen, so he basically was just talking about himself.
You want to get on? You want to get on now? Ice. First of all, and the reason I want to say this, is because Kanye West is one of my favorite rappers. So
bring
you
in
you guys are not
Ice.
saying anything. Kanye
was,
West is one of my favorite. Kanye West is one of my favorite rappers.
is one of your
Is
favorites.
one of my
Let's get
favorite
back
rappers.
into it.
Okay,
Listen,
and
Kanye-
so right now you guys aren't really
Ice on.
saying anything. What you guys say is he owed somebody. He talking about what?
That was
What's
one
up,
of the,
Ice?
That was the part of it because
No, I wanna
Kanye
know, can somebody
West
give me
sat
a
down
synopsis?
and
Ice, what you got?
exposed
What's up?
and shed light to so many different
So,
things that's been going on. If you've been
Yeah.
keeping up, when it comes to the Drake and Kanye beef, when it comes to why he don't like John Legend and Big Sean right now because he
Right.
feel like he snaked them.
He said all of that.
Yes.
Listen, we got
Yeah.
right now, guys. We got another special guest. We have Iceman with us to
Cold
help
as
tune
ice.
this and talk about Drink Champs with us and Kanye West. So basically, let's help Trin understand what this interview was about and our listeners.
Well, I feel like he said a lot first and foremost, but the biggest thing I took from it, he said, as a human being, he's going to place himself on the stock market
Yeah.
to make
Right.
himself worth $1 trillion.
Yeah.
But in order for him to become $1 trillion, everybody get a piece of the pie.
Right.
So in order for everybody to get a piece of the pie, he could become a trillionaire.
Right.
Yeah.
A human
Being.
First of all, it's
yeah.
unpronounced that a person puts their self on the stock market. A human being on the stock market.
Right.
And then we can invest in them. So the more Kanye do, okay, he go crazy. He get paid every time he go crazy. So
Right.
I could put money into Kanye West. So next time he go crazy,
I'm about
I
to
can get it
come
in
up.
check.
I can get a check.
Yeah.
Right.
And to him, that's up to other people. He's going crazy. To him, he's just being
That's
himself.
just people that
he's
they
just
minds
thinking.
don't-
He's just
Yeah.
he's just out.
I
there
never
doing
heard of
it.
a crazy billionaire.
Down
Yo,
to
right. Think about what Dave Chappelle said. I just put up a post about this on my Instagram account. It was like calling someone crazy is the omission of understanding. It's just like a blanket term.
Definitely.
People thought that you go left. Yeah, right.
Your mind out.
People thought that when he shaved his head and cut his hair, that he was going stupid. He was going crazy. But then when he tells the story of like what was going on, what happened, what he did, how he cut his hair, kind of treated his head like art.
Yes, like
he treated it like it was art, and it was a growing, living art that grows back in these
on your
head.
You turned your head into a piece of art,
right? Like, you can't paint hair.
Yeah.
You got to let it grow back. And he said that he was opening himself up to vulnerability, to allowing people to see his process.
And guess what? When he did that, everybody started paying attention to him even more.
What did he do with Donda? They had like 4 or 5 listening sessions. That's opening up people to his process.
Yep.
He even talked
and
about,
he lived in the space that he gave.
He even talked about.
Right.
He even talked about how he he don't have a house. His house is
his
wherever
book bag.
His book bag.
And did y'all peep where he said his home is?
His home
His
is
home is whenever his
talk to his daughter.
That nomad mind state, that type of just, I'm gonna go live. I'm not gonna lie. I took a portion of that kind of. I've lived all over. I've lived in a lot of different places, a lot of different states, and it comes with a certain mind frame. Like you can't be built and set in one mind frame and then just go all over the world and be, successful. You have to be accepting to certain things. And I think that open-mindedness is something that a lot of people in the world could take from what Kanye's doing.
Yes.
He's got all this money and he calls his home his book bag.
Definitely.
I mean, his house, his book bag.
Just to even be able to do that.
To get to that state.
And to be comfortable within yourself to do that.
Like, you literally don't have to have a physical address.
You don't.
Because you're just at a status where it's like, you see how he said,
tied down.
You know
You're not
who
gonna
he is.
tie him
You just
down.
put his mask down. You know who he is.
Right.
So there's no need for an address.
But what did he say though? What did he say? He said that getting a house is one of the first things that they do to try and tie us down.
Tie us down.
Because you have to stay here. That's your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And what does it come? What does your ultimate goal come with? What? 30-year mortgage, 20-year mortgage. That you're staying right here.
Locking you down.
You locked down. Locked down, man.
And people gonna miss that. That's the sad part, because even that night when it was going on, I was seeing all the different media outlets reposting what they're seeing, but all they're doing is posting all the snap out Jones
stuff that they can take and get some publicity off.
They posting the internet worthy things, but did anyone peep and watch understand that he was letting you know how he really felt, and he wanted to get them people away from his kids.
Right.
He wanted to get them nannies,
all of those people. He was
away
real.
from his kids. And he said their names.
That's something that you talk about with your mans. That's transparency. I feel like as an artist, we all want to be understood. And for some of us, we kind of hide behind certain things. This man put it all out there. What he say? Yes. Let's say the nanny's name was yes, Barbara. Yes, such and such.
Right.
Like he's being real.
Away from my children. And that's what it definitely was. It was Kanye Condit sitting talking with his friend, because that's the man he named his daughter after.
Right, Nori.
He named his daughter after Nouveauriche. So
Nouveauriche.
He's sitting having a conversation with his friend. You get to open up and see Kanye really just, this is why I did this. This is the things I don't understand. And some people took it as a outtake or a clickbait when he talked about Big Sean and John Legend. But can you understand if your friend
really did that?
You and your friend work together, and then the boss call you in. The boss call you in and say something about you and such. I need you to do this project, but you can't bring your friend along. And
your friend brought you to the job.
During this project, say you don't mess with your friend. And then your friend go and do that. You're gonna feel upset because I got you this job.
I put you on this job, bro.
I was your supervisor. Now you my peer, and now you stabbing me in my back.
Now, what would the grammatically correct artist form thing for him to be to do? Not to say that, to act like everything's all fine and everything's all good. But what does a real person do? He expresses it. Kind of goes back to what we were talking about with First Take and some of those other podcasts. Right. They can only say but so much. Some of your favorite artists, you think you know them, you think you know their lives, but you only know so much. Right. This man is giving you real. Now, your definition of real may be whatever, but that's transparent. I see somebody who's transparent giving themselves. And sometimes we do dumb stuff. We do have dumb thoughts, and that's okay.
And we all know Kanye, he doesn't really talk. Half the time when something was exposed or Kanye was stripped down, it was always in a dramatic fashion. Like, when he did the thing with going on the stage and everything like that. He was going through things like going through alcoholism and all the things like that. So I even look at it as like you said, you touched on it a bit earlier. Like Kanye, I feel like it's his, I guess, last attempt to really expose and show what's been going on behind closed doors when it comes to his family. This was I feel like a bit of a cry out. Not saying he's weak or anything like that, but like I need y'all to realize like these people that's with us ain't who they think they are. Like this family has always been in the limelight for a lot of stuff, yo, and it grows deep when it comes to that family. So I know it's a lot of different things that's going on in that thing. You see, Jenner was just on another show just the other day speaking about how with OJ and everything like that. And
that's wild.
Like you right, man. Jenner himself was in the mix with the whole situation back down.
Let's do this. Let's jump into some old Ye. Let's get into some old Ye. Let's do a little old Ye. We jump back in. We'll talk about a little more about this interview, and then maybe I get on tape. We give him a little new Ye.
Let's get it, dog. Let's get it, man. You listen to WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5 Philly with Chatting with Trin and Friends. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5. I'm your host, Trinii. You're listening to Chat with Trin and Friends. It's Monday Fun Day, y'all. And it is almost 6 o'clock. I know y'all was rocking to the Kanye West, but we have a special guest here, AB. What's up, AB?
What's up?
Nothing much. And don't forget, I forgot my host. I'm sorry. Miss Millie.
You can't forget us. Hey, sure.
I love you, boo-boo. And what's up, Kool Dre?
What's happening? It's your main man, Kool Dre from Round the Way with More Machine Gun Kisses at your missus.
Oh my goodness. DJ Nouveauriche.
What's up, girl? How we doing?
None much. We can't call it. Okay, so my question, I was gonna ask you about the Uptown, where Uptown begins and Uptown ends, but you are from
North side.
Okay, all right. So what part of North Philly are you from?
Nicetown area, Holland Park.
Very lovely.
Yeah,
you know what?
I used to walk to get pizza from Nicetown. There's one pizza shop, don't know what it's called, but I used to walk to get it and get the pizza. And then I remember walking to get this pizza with one of my girlfriends at the time. And then we walked back. Mind you, we was in Allegheny at this time, so we walked all the way to Nicetown to get the pizza. And then we was bored. You know, back then in the day, we didn't have all this technology. We used to just walk.
Did you have to pass through Kensington at all? I'm not familiar.
No. This is a whole total opposite side.
No. So anyway, we walked to get the pizza or whatever. We carried the pizza all the way back. We both ate maybe a slice or two. We saved the pizza. We when we get back hungry, we're gonna go back and eat the pizza. Her niece, right? Mm-hmm. Her niece came in and took all the cheese off of our pizza.
What? And she
left the bread.
That is a super violation.
She just grabbed all the cheese off all of the pizza.
And
it was just like,
right off,
me and niece, we had to go and
so when we got hungry, we went back to the pizza. We was so mad.
Oh yeah, I would have been mad too.
We was so upset. We was looking for her. That girl left. We don't know where she was at.
No. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just had to talk. That's what Nicetown reminded me of.
That hurt you.
That's exactly what Nicetown reminded me of.
That stuck with you for a while.
Okay, so where do you? Okay, so you know. You say Nicetown. Is Nicetown not like Germantown?
No.
Okay, so Nicetown is
Germantown just try to get included with anybody.
Germantown
just be like,
just because it can extend to the Germantown.
First of all, it was a question, okay? We gotta let the man, I'm trying to steer the man. Let the man speak, y'all. Okay, so no, it's not. So Nicetown is North Philly.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So when does North Philly go into like where do you believe Center City begins? Because I believe that right now, since our Center City is being gentrified and pushed out, like where does North Philly really begin?
Where does it begin? Shoot, you go as far down as you taking Broad Street down. Shoot, you can go as far as Fairmount.
So Spring Garden is Center City.
What do you mean? Oh yeah. I would say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's literally right there, essentially like that, because you got Spring Garden there. Then literally that next was that is that Fairmount that's right there? Yeah. Then you got was that Ridge Ave that's right there as well. It connects to the Ridge Ave. Exactly. That goes all the way around. You start hitting Diamond Street 30, all that over there on that side where the Dell Music Center at and all that. You
Not the Dell.
You start hitting all that over there. So Temple's in there, all that. Seems to be more all that's north. Yeah.
So, I wish I could pull it up right now. Okay, so what? They moved Center City back. Did y'all know that?
Probably not. Well, I know
they moved it back. They moved it back. They moved it back. They moved Center City back. Center City. Now, granted, okay, it's not that far off, but they moved it back to Fairmount. So I'm thinking, dang, if they moved it back to Fairmount, like in a couple years, I feel like they're gonna move it back further. You feel what I'm saying? And there's something I noticed about like Broad Street. I feel like Philadelphia has pushed the money further back to Girard. You see on the right hand side when you're driving towards Center City from Uptown. You drive from Uptown, you drive it toward the city. It doesn't start looking like money until those blue lights on that building right before Girard, right before Checkers, those blue lights, and then that's when the city poles, the center poles start popping up.
So you're starting to say, so when you say look like money, you mean gentrified?
No, well, I'm not saying gentrified.
Essentially. Is that what we talking about here when you say looks like money? Are we talking about gentrified area?
No. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you this. It is
basically yes.
They kicking us out and they moving down in there. That's what they do.
I remember how long ago. I think I was with Ice riding down Broad Street one day, and we noticed all the big poles in the middle of the street. Not even only on the side, and it was in the middle of the street.
They go back to Girard.
But then we one day we was like, well, what are these for? What's the purpose? So we looked it up, Googled them, and I forget how much money, but they spent so much money on these lights. They don't really have a purpose though. It's just to make it look. Yes. It's just to make it look like money.
They're coming for all that.
They're coming for all of it because think about it. Think about it. They have to. You have to go. You have to travel so far out, from Center City for it to be affordable. Like let's say somebody visits the city, they definitely just opened up Live. They opened up the W. I mean, Philadelphia is like, it's like so much money
and they never got no money. That's the other question.
I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to switch Philadelphia into a tourist city. One of the most popular.
They are taking what everyone else has been doing with their cities, making them more, like you say, a tourist attraction, a city of lights, New York type of city. It's all about money. That's why, like, them poles that you speaking about going up Broad Street, you people, I would go all the way up to Lehigh. Lehigh still look like, like what the heck?
Because they still transform.
But they are on their way up. That's why you said it's more affordable to live out in like the Northeast and all that stuff now because they like, y'all can have these these on bad land, falling down, you gotta fix them up. Anyway, we about to go back down there with they fixing up everything down there. Everything down there. Look at Temple. Look how quickly they done expanded this way. They still fighting to get that stadium in North Philly.
It's crazy.
What? They want
in the middle of North Philly. Meaning they trying to pay people, you know what I mean?
Get up
take
out of
this
here.
check, boom.
Wow.
You gonna block all these. We talking about where people live at. We ain't talking about like you see the Eagle Stadium stuff. They like on the highway.
Yeah, it's far.
No, they want that joint in the middle of the city. Bro.
Wow, I never knew that.
That's crazy, but it makes sense. I don't know if you guys know about like LSU Stadium. You ever seen LSU Stadium is like in the middle of like a
they want to be a college town. Like them college towns, literally those big schools. And Temple, even though they're not good at sports at the moment, but it's still Temple. One of the better doctor business schools in the country. So they're going to want their area to be Temple. Like pretty soon the map is going to say Lehigh, Temple. They going to say Susquehanna, and they going to say none of them others. It's going to say Temple.
Temple.
Calling it Temple Town now.
They are?
Temple has its own everything.
Temple does have its own everything. They do.
Their own everything.
They do. Okay, listen, we got 2 minutes, all right?
Yeah.
We're about to get into the nitty gritty, all right? Okay, so.
Oh, man, what you about to do?
All right, so this is a question I like to ask a lot of people. It's a very in-depth question. If you could tell yourself something 10 years ago that your today's self knows, what would you tell yourself?
I know it might be cliche, but I'm just speaking for me, is one thing and one thing on. Keep pushing, keep going. Because a lot of things in my life, I've succeeded in a lot of things, but it could have been even greater if I just like stuck with some things. Because when you're young, you get discouraged when you don't have the best support system around you. At times, like you can get discouraged and really like quit on things. Just like my sports and everything like that. Like I said, that was something that was there before music even came. Like I want to be a sports journalist, and when I was young, like so stuff like that. Because I feel like for sure, like, and I'm good where I'm at because I've learned a lot as well. But for sure, if I just press forward with just a few little things that I was doing at the time,
game over.
Yeah, it's be over, y'all. No rap, but I mean, it's still a lot of time. I'm young, and it's still gonna make it happen for sure.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Another question. So with all the obstacles and the hurdles that you've overcome and that you continue to face, what is it that keeps you striving? What is it that keeps you pursuing the goal in the entertainment industry of success? Yeah,
I mean, I'm a big family guy. Like when it comes to mother, father, wife, my daughter, like that's like big to me. Like I know you shouldn't think like it at times, but literally would give anything for them to be all right. If I know they good, like I'm gonna be good, because that's where my happiness is, essentially like that. Like I know this like mad sentimental, but like this is me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like this is just me. Like that's what drives me every day. Even now, like you said, you wake up sometimes like, man, I know sometimes you wake up like, I know we want to do this, but like it doesn't look the way you want to look at times. But nah, man, they keep me going. Every time I think of that little girl, man, yeah. So,
and what's her name?
Her name is Nova.
Nova, yeah. Nova. That's a beautiful name. Okay, well, could you tell our listeners where they can follow you, how they can stay connected with you, and shout out anybody that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, my name is AB. You can follow me on Instagram at only1AB __. And
wait, I'm sorry. Could you say that for me one more time?
Yeah, only1AB __ is my IG handle. Also, my podcast on IG and YouTube at Open Gym Pod. Again, that's at Open Gym Pod. Like I said, just follow me. Hit the notification button. I do a lot of content, funny stuff, informational stuff. And then obviously before every Sixers game and every Eagles game, I do a pregame and a postgame live as well. Wow. That be jumping. This last week, we talking basketball. We had the big boy, Chuck Ellis of Chuck Ellis Workouts. They hopped on there, gave us some breaking news about Ben, and the next day, Ben Simmons, that happened to Ben Simmons. So yeah, it was definitely, I do a lot, man. Just stick with me. Watch out, man. I got a lot of things coming. The live podcast show will be airing in the new year. So make sure you look out for that. You'll be seeing different marketing things when it comes to that. Okay. Got a lot of special guests that's going to be on there. So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. I'm working. All right,
as you should. You guys, hey, my name is Trinii. You guys can follow me at Chat with Trin on Instagram or any other social media platforms. You listen to WJYN Uptown Radio. I'm about to pass this mic.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Miss Millie. You guys can follow me at MSMILLIE __.
It's your main man Kool from around the way. You guys can follow me at KOOL _DRE _HBK or on my website for everything Kool Dre. That's www.KOOLDRESWAY.com. Get familiar and stay familiar.
And it's new money, Nouveauriche. You can catch me on all the socials at NOUVEAURICHEMUSIK. Go ahead and give me that follow.
Yeah, and don't forget, you guys are tuned into WJYN Uptown Radio 98.5. You guys can visit us at www.uptownradiophilly.org. Please donate, because we are a nonprofit Black organization, and we would not be here without your donation. So thank you so very much for tuning in. We'll be back next week, Monday Funday, y'all. Chat with Trin.